Yeah.
And now we're live.
Hi, welcome to Monday Night Heroes, where I think Brian was just playing Mr. Roboto.
Well, Mr. Bagpiper.
He was playing Mr. Roboto. Sticks Appreciation Day here on Monday Night Heroes. Because, actually, that probably. Nope. Kilroy was here predates the Temple of Elemental Evil, which is what we are doing. So many of you may have played the Temple of Elemental Evil while eating Doritos and combos and listening to Kilroy was here.
But not like this.
That being said, I just want to say domo arigato, and let's get right into this. We'll just go in order of however I have your character sheets piled up and take it from there to introduce yourselves. So, Nico, who are you?
Me?
Yeah, you're on top.
I'm on top. How the hell did that happen? I am playing
Probably
Tiffany.
flipping through action order last time.
Well, I am Tiffany. She is a Drow Ranger, and she is probably fairly inept at what she does.
Next, we have Dagmar.
I'm Dagmar, dwarven priest of Moradin, the god of the dwarves.
And Brian.
I am Squitter Cutbait, raconteur, adventurer, rogue, and more importantly, a bardic master of the bagpipes, perhaps. And I have just made a new level, so watch out, evildoers.
He added a stem to his bagpipes. Next up, we have Rodney.
I am playing Silric Taurum, an elf, master of sword and spell. Such that it is.
And finally, for those who are present, we have Jay.
Yeah, and tonight I'm playing Baltana, a drow thief who has 10 thumbs, and hopefully we'll get some good rolls tonight.
Thank you.
And Sir not appearing in this film today is Sargol, who apparently has a tummy ache from eating too much stewed ghoul. All right. So last time you had basically spent the session clearing out your new home, which would be the dungeon of the moat house, which you drove. Well, you killed. You didn't drive anybody anywhere. You killed the beautiful cleric who was running the joint and leading the raids on the surrounding countryside. Took over the operation and were basically told that his bosses are going to come looking for him.
Yeah.
And they are in the Temple of Elemental Evil. And really, what is evil about the temple is Kilroy was here. Sit around and listen to Sticks all day. It's horrible. Anyway, that being said, your lieutenant there is a gentleman named Dung who was kind of started giving you the rundown. He doesn't really know a lot about the temple, but he does say before you take off for where you're going, we'll retcon this a little bit. He did say that he was part of the Fire clan.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a number of factions, obviously, the elements. And he was part of the Fire clan.
Right. So the burning eye symbol is the symbol of the Fire Clan.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not the water clan, I hope. I'm really off the mark.
We're the Fire Nation.
I mean, should we clarify whether or not this is a 5 elements model or a 4 elements model? Or something like that?
He says it is 4 different. There's 4 factions, 4 elements
I hope they
that
can
are
count.
housed in the temple. And yes, they are earth, water, air, fire. One day, the Fire Nation attacked.
Well,
at least it's not
prior to
Earth
that,
Wind.
all the nations lived in peace.
Yes.
Could have been Earth, Wind, and Fire. We got off lucky.
Yeah, that only happens in September.
Well, you
Jesus
remember.
Christ.
All right. Well, what else should we probably get briefed on before we go check out?
That's get it all out of your system. I was talking to myself.
Yeah. All right, and he had told us about agents. The only 2 confirmed are the shopkeepers in Hamlet.
Right, and you had actually the time before last, you had rescued a trio of merchants
Mm-hmm.
who were being tortured, and they agreed to help you take down these shopkeepers.
Yes, economically.
Because you gave them a ton of money to do so.
Well, we hadn't given them any money yet.
Right. That's actually where we left it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we have 30, well, out of character, we have 32,200 gold pieces worth of treasure. Not counting the stores inside the moat house that we already said that they could have as a startup.
Yep.
So, how much of a nest egg do we give our merchant friends?
Can
Enough
we
to keep-
ask the Can we ask the merchant friends what it would take to undercut the other competitors and to keep them afloat?
Oh,
Someone who has a little bit more business sense than me.
Well,
I mean, I'm a bard, so I mean, it's like I'm not sure if that's exactly a winning endorsement of my talent in that regard.
assuming you've taken them into these storage chambers and showed them the goods.
Yeah. We'll say we've done that.
They take a look around and they're very impressed. So the quality of this it's not great. It's probably comparable to what you can get in Hamlet. There is a lot of it.
Yay!
The unfortunate thing is there's a lot of it, and traveling with this amount of goods is probably that's not going to happen.
Oh,
Well, I mean, we just don't have. You can't take all this stuff and just toss it on a cart. It's just too much. But I think. I mean, there's 30 sheets, 12 suits of leather. There's salted meats and brandy and 50 spears, 10 glaives.
6 guisarmes, 6 axes.
I don't know if I can get rid of these 70 black capes with the flaming eye.
Yeah, you can.
fair enough.
You can leave those be. Is it embroidered or is it like iron on?
It's embroidered. It's very
It's silk
nice.
screened.
Yes, tie-dyed because flaming eye, right?
Impressive. Tie dye.
What do they call it with the wax?
Oh, The batik.
Yeah, it's batik. They're all batik. So they
Oh.
look really spiderwebby and cool.
Why am I imagining Manos the Hands of Fate?
Now that's a deep cut.
Those are robes.
Yes, but the cape could look like that.
Focus, focus.
Somewhere there's a robot puppet.
Well, I mean, first off, you guys need to get set up in a place.
That's what we're thinking. Is I think the bulk of it is going to be finding a place, just brick and mortar or
Right.
straw and mud or whatever they have in Hamlet.
Waddle and daub, baby. Waddle and daub. So how much do you think it would take you to do that? I'm not so certain we should show our faces in Hamlet and
Why?
start throwing around a bunch of money.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well,
Because of
Word.
those less than trustworthy people that are there.
and those are just the ones that Dung knew about. There are others
Yeah.
that work for the Temple of Evil, Elemental Evil, that are not aware that they're working for the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah,
soon as
sure.
we walk back into town, eyes are all over us, and word could get back to the Temple of Elemental Evil, and they come and just take this place right back in force.
But I mean, they
Yeah.
don't know. They don't know me. They don't know Ball.
Yeah, but it's best to be lay low.
right,
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
know.
if we need to go, like me and Ball can go because they don't know us. We don't know them. I've never been to Hamlet.
I'm just going to put it out there that, I love our drow companions here, but that might not be the most confidence boosting way to solve the problem.
Who said anything about confidence boosting? I'm talking about if we need to get something from the town.
Mm.
I don't do negotiations.
We just get it done.
That's how I ended up trapped by fucking what were we trapped by? Kobolds?
Knowles.
Dragons. No,
Knolls.
dragons. We were trapped by dragons.
I mean, kobolds were like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yes, there were kobolds in camouflage. One leg up on the tank.
Uh,
In
Fucking
black and
kobolds
white.
got us and traded us to the Knolls.
those kobolds will get there soon enough.
Well,
Tucker's training program is really
I'm just
wide.
saying,
Oh, man,
should the
I'm-
need arise, you have two
Okay.
people present that they don't know who the hell we are.
right.
Good, yes.
I'm thinking that we should hit Nolb. Because
Okay.
not only do we not want to necessarily tip our hand to the Temple of Elemental Evil yet, there's shit that we need that's not available in Hamlet.
All right.
We need dwarf-sized plate mail. We need to be able to hit if for some reason we need to hit these guys, we need to be able to hit them hard, and we struggled with 3.
Mm. Let's see where you're going with this.
So
Now, where is this place?
Nulb is
Well, no.
down the road the other way.
Okay.
Yeah, Nolb is through the jungle past here about a day's march. This is Dung. When I speak, I'm speaking as Dung. It's about a day's march.
About a day's
Alright.
march.
Yeah, they're a little bit more, I guess, world weary than Hamlet. There,
But what
It's-
I
it's-
was thinking,
one of the major ports on the river is in Nolb.
right.
Mhm.
Now it's a rough place. We keep being told, and also they just have access to facilities that Hamlet doesn't.
I mean, we should, if we can at least visit, and if it's too rough, we'll withdraw and return. But let's see. Yeah, this might be the time to kind of upgrade some equipment. Then I'm amenable to this idea.
Yeah.
Where's Nulb in relationship to the temple?
The temple, well,
Yeah, where
the
is
temple's
the temple?
out. The temple is actually right outside of Knoll. Not right outside, but it's maybe 5 miles outside of Knoll.
The one is not a 3-hour tour.
But Nulb is a bigger town, right?
Yeah.
So we could feasibly get lost in Nulb. Quote
Bigger
unquote
town, bigger
lost. But we can also send our merchant friends to Hamlet with some seed money to get their brick and mortar stuff and, I mean, trust their expertise.
Yeah, I mean, we could take some of this stuff, like the armor, maybe some of the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of it, but enough to set up a shop, and then I think we can do that. Yeah, we could take like some of the shields, some of the armor. Are you attached to the brandy and the meat?
I don't think so. I think as long as we take enough provisions, it's like Knob should have something for us to stock up on as well, surely. Or else they'd be starving and trying
Yeah,
to
I mean, it's 20 barrels of consumables, and we're talking barrels, right? Like,
Right, and Null definitely has their own, rural economy happening. And it's not like anything outside of something unique would be sellable there, food wise.
right. So, so the merchants start rounding up what supplies they can, right?
Mm-hmm.
We give them,
and we have our own wares.
right.
Well, we did,
right.
I guess.
But you also know how to make arrangements to get more.
Yes, we can get more in here. Well, we could probably, start slow and undercut them. How much are you willing to give us?
Yeah, some cash. I mean, like I said, we have 32,000 guys. I mean, how much do you want to give them to start this enterprise?
Do we want to start off with something like 5 and then check in later on?
I think it's an seed capital suggests 5, maybe 6. Ben?
I was thinking at least 10.
10?
Well, let's not go crazy here. It's like I can go up to 8. That's my recommendation.
Well,
because they do need us place a physical ground.
We also, if what you're saying about these guys is true,
mm-hmm.
and I'm not doubting you at all, when competition shows up, they might start playing dirty. So we're probably going to have to hire some bodyguards.
Right.
Soundly argued. Okay.
I mean, unless any of you want to come along and provide that service.
You can send Sargol upon, or at least the first bit there, and if it works out well, Sargol can rejoin us over in Knob. Oh, I think that's a great idea.
What you want me to do?
Alright. I think it's like you want to go join these merchants. You and just make sure they're staying on the up and up, Sargol.
Yep. All in favor of sending Sargol with the merchants to act as muscle.
You know I don't play like that. That doesn't happen.
Oh,
We don't shave people's heads just because they're not around.
you'll have fun. Oh, yes, we will. None of you can say I did
All
not
right.
try.
All right, so they'll need to hire some mercenaries. We're already in good with the local company for clearing out their basement. So if they ask and say it's for us, they could probably get a decent rate.
So just remind them we're not hurting for funds here. Don't try to get security with a coupon for once. This is important to us.
Right, so 10, 12.
10. Fine. I'm more up to a 9.5.
I mean,
but maybe-
it's up for a vote here.
10 is fine. It's not like I'm attached to the money to begin with. I'm fairly new here, so
Money's
I'm
not really
hard.
my thing. I like to travel light.
I'm about what would I do with money anyway?
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
wait.
we started with nothing.
All right, it's not like we can't make it back.
I mean,
Wait.
you're a bard. You waste your money on blackjack and hookers.
I know.
You
He
say that
does.
like
Hey.
it's
That's a trade secret.
so 15.
What?
15 sounds reasonable to me. I don't
why don't we
know.
just give them all the money? Then we don't have to worry about anything.
See, I like this thought.
No, that's
Wait,
one of
we have
those
other
if
people
you
to
know,
pay.
you know kind of things.
Yeah.
So we'll start them with 10.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, so we'll give them 10 in coin and jewels, and we'll saddlebag the other up. So that leaves us with 22-2.
All right. So everyone can live with this.
And we should go to Nulb because we need to buy equipment and see if we can find some kind of magic or something.
Mm.
Possibly even mercenaries to add to our retinue.
A retinue.
One more thing, boss.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go around Null mentioning the temple. You never know who's listening in there.
Yeah, I kind of figured. They got eyes and ears everywhere, I suppose.
Yeah.
Why would we go around mentioning the temple at all? Like, that makes no sense.
Right.
Look, we just kicked this guy's ass like 30 minutes ago.
Well, it doesn't travel that fast.
He didn't have a very high opinion of us then. It's only slowly growing. I mean,
Just saying.
the fella took the job under duress.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, with your eye,
Mm-hmm.
so you could tell he is being sincere.
Right.
He's
Right.
definitely signed in with you.
A warning out of concern.
Well, I mean,
Stating the obvious out of
at this
concern.
point, you're like his only hope of survival.
Right.
All
Right.
right.
So if we die, he dies.
Nice.
I mean, if he's that worried about it, we can kill him now.
But we need him as a clerk here. He knows the area. He knows the location.
Oh, Timpani, like out of character, Timpani was joking. She said that with a huge smile on her face.
Come on now. Don't scare the man.
I'll
I
never
just
get
spent
you,
10
Drow.
minutes. I just spent 10 minutes scaring the man. What do you mean don't scare the man?
I think we've passed the threshold of opportunity to scare the man if we haven't already. Yeah.
I gotta always cast darkness again.
All right.
Yes.
So, 10,000 to the merchants. handed over in neat little pouches.
And just let them know that there's a bonus if they can double, if they can double our initial investment in
I
them.
thought we were gonna tip him anyway.
Well, of course, we'll have to negotiate a share of the profits,
But
but we can discuss that once everything gets set up.
You're not in earshot.
Now, what time of day is it?
It's. Oh, are you outside?
I guess we've kind of drifted back, hanging out near the stores.
Yeah. So it's
yeah,
it's my favorite time of day when asked that question. It's mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon. And
Alright.
Nulb is
Okay.
about a day and a half from here.
Would it be
Yes.
appropriate to hiss at the sun?
Well, are there any hats?
Like in the world?
No, in the stores.
They mug
I
somebody
don't-
and steal their
I don't think
sunglasses.
a hat really works for a drow. You need like a parasol.
Well, I was thinking, given the geographic and cultural implications, a large straw hat.
I'll tell you. Are there large straw hats lying around? There are.
yes.
One for you, and one for you. They're not the greatest, but better than having nothing on your eyes in the daytime.
If only there were some sort of darkened glass things with frames that I could put on my eyes.
Yes.
If only.
Play a drow, you take the consequences.
I
Nope.
know. I knew what I signed up for.
Actually,
And
you
he
know
looks
what?
at Bao. Do you feel insulted? Because I feel insulted.
I'm gonna get a rope and I'm gonna tie it to somebody. I'm just gonna put a blindfold over my eyes and I'll just have a CNI person in front of me and drag me around.
Seeing that bard.
CNI bard.
Oh,
Well-
Jesus, that can't end well.
For a thief, you certainly know how to draw attention to yourself.
Exactly. Well, like a big straw hat, like Farmer Brown. Jesus.
I don't know if you guys have passed the farmland. Everybody wears them out
yeah.
here.
Because the straw hat really matches my mail.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Large conical straw hat goes with everything.
What? No, it's good.
In the meanwhile, I'll
That's
send
it.
the bugbears and the gnolls to finish cleaning out the snakes and spiders and stuff upstairs.
Yeah.
Don't get eaten by
That's a
something
good
ridiculous.
idea. Now, do we want to travel half a day camp and then travel another full day to Nulb?
I think so. It's like I don't like this idea of trying to push all the way through in the middle of the night here near a haunted forest. It just ends badly.
Sounds like a good time to me.
He can't see in the dark.
Yeah, I knew it.
Still sounds like a good time to me.
I'm game. We got the spooky stories and everything.
Yeah, not quite that big.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, my child. How may I bless you?
Not with that hat. All right.
All right.
All right.
Maybe
So on the road.
That's
with
like a
the group
Studio
of-
Ghibli hat.
It's fucking flying nun hat. That's what that is.
Just protecting my eyes, and I blend in with everybody else in the field.
No, you don't.
My
Hey,
neighbor control.
hey,
right.
Dagmark.
Yeah.
You think you can fill a couple of skins with that brandy? I think we're gonna need it.
Done deal.
Yeah. So Write down what you guys are taking along with you.
Let's see.
Well, for us, I assume we would be traveling fairly light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we have enough stuff that we can refill rations.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Refill torches. If we need torches. I mean,
Out of
really.
character, are we
Yeah, I mean,
keeping track
you
of
would.
rations and stuff?
Yeah,
Just so I know. Okay. Thank you. Then
I mean, not like meticulously, but
Right.
like every day you're gonna be less a ration.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
I'm going to do 14.
That's fair.
14
How
days?
much? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm definitely game, and it also, out of character, it makes other classes much more valuable, especially if they can get food on the road. So I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna.
you know.
Yep, that's what rangers do.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of my thing.
I
Right.
think, I think
If I made a
barbarians
mistake.
could do it too.
Put you out of a job here.
I'm gonna bump my rations up to 7 days, and we can eat fresh on the road.
Mm. I
I'm
mean,
just
if we
gonna
were,
stick with the gear I started with because I hadn't used any of it yet.
I also am going to fill up a water skin with brandy.
You know, the brandy does sound like a interesting idea.
Yeah.
You got any spare water skins hanging around? I'm sure we do. Say I'll add another water skin with some brandy in it. Because I'm sure we'll need it before the end of the shit show.
Mm. Oh, you've worked with us before. You didn't tell.
No, I'm a ranger. That's just how things go.
One of those rangers.
That's how I ended up with the Knolls.
Freaking world champion rangers.
Jesus Christ. Don't bring that in here.
Just remember, no,
Freaking.
no good hogs.
All right, so everybody's got some booze. Everybody's got some
7 days of rations.
hardtack and salted
Yep.
pork or
I'm
whatever.
going to keep a cloak and a cape that are marked with that temple eyeball symbol. I'm
So you
gonna
think
take
it's
one.
good to have?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity. Do you think each one of us should grab a cape? I don't know because I haven't dealt with these people before. You guys have.
Doesn't hurt, you know. It doesn't
Yeah.
hardly weigh anything to carry.
Right.
Hurts my sense of style.
They are emblazoned with the fire,
The logo of fire.
the Fire Club's logo, and I don't know if they walk around in town like that.
Fire ferrets.
I'm going to recommend. I'll take a spare. Someone else should take a spare, just in case we need to hide a hostage or someone we rescue.
Well,
Has
all
to
of
wear
us, but Timpani and Balt are wearing them already.
Yeah. Well, let's get a pair.
Well, actually, I don't think Dagmark is because he has his elven cloak.
That's true.
Yeah, I was kind of sneaking around, but just in case, I'm going to take one. I'll roll up a tunic and a cloak and just kind of tie it to my pack.
Yeah, I got space in my bag. I'm just gonna put it in my backpack.
Okay, so everybody keeps one.
All right.
And before you go, Dung says, "Oh, before you guys go, if you make it into that temple, he scribbles down a note on a piece of paper and hands it to you and says, That's the pass key."
All right.
So, and the cloak isn't enough. You have to be able to give the pass key as well.
All right.
All right.
Squitter, you hang on to the pass key.
Totally holding on to this pass key.
It says the pelagic argosy sites land.
Makes sense. Much sense as anything out here.
The what does what?
The pelagic argosy sites land.
Yes. Pelagic Odysseys shoot fighter.
The sun is shining, but the ice is slippery.
Sun is
All right.
shining. I can't see shit.
Klaatu Verata.
Necktie.
You want deadites? That's how you get deadites.
All right, so
Maybe not every
moving
single
right
single-
along. You have to go through the path. You're in the middle of a swamp, or you're at the part where the swamp begins. You do have to trek through a little bit of this swamp to get to the road, the main road into Nulb.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Trekking we shall go.
All right. So you are given, and you have a ranger with you, which is great.
Yep.
Yes. Are they a good
So
ranger?
Debatable.
Yeah, well, you know. That's
All right.
why we get big bucks.
The best ranger. That's why Timpani's with us.
Mhm.
Totally didn't have anything to do with the fact you saved me from some fucking gnolls.
That's what makes you the best ranger.
I mean, I got captured by
Does
gnolls.
that
How
make-
well does
Would that make
me?
you a rescued ranger?
You know what? I'm
Oh,
just gonna eat myself
Jesus.
off this road right here.
Oh.
Ugh.
I'm gonna yeet myself into some quicksand.
Oh, look, there's some choking vines right there. I'm just gonna yeet myself into that.
All right. So you start trudging your way through the swamp, making from haddock to haddock. Is that what they call those things? Hammock to hammock, hammock. I don't want to say grassy knoll to grassy knoll because that has implications.
Hey, who's the jackass in the convertible wagon?
Back into the light.
All right. Nothing untoward happens. The bottoms of your shoes and robes get wet from trudging through the swamp, and you get to the point where the swamp starts to get a little bit drier and drier, and the path that you've been following becomes more and more of a road. And it does meet up with the main road, a nice wide dirt path that runs along the river. And on the river, you can see, river traffic, boats. It's a big river, not like the Charles, but bigger. It's kind of running through a dale in places, and you can see that the banks are littered with cave mouths, and there you go. Some of them, look like pretty just standard, like small animal sized.
Mhm.
But every once in a while, you come across one that looks pretty large.
Like a rodent of unusual size?
No, just large enough for shelter or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They're not like hugely frequent, but like they're there.
Hmm.
It might occur to Silric, or probably more like Dagmar, that one of these might actually be where the Moat House dungeon exit was.
Hmm.
Can he use his construction tricks to figure out if it's true?
Yeah.
Well, you're not underground.
Oh, right.
You can go. I mean, you could look. Or you could go back to the swamp, go down into the dungeon, and go out that way.
Yeah. Take a peek time.
Yeah, let's take a peek. We'll pause for a moment because this is an important thing.
Yep, agreed.
All right. Or it could be a trap. Someone has to say it.
No, you don't have to say it. That's how we end up in a damn trap.
Okay, so it takes a little while to get down the side of the bank. You have rope and everything though, so I'm not like too terribly worried about that. So who's doing what? Who's going in? What's going on? So it's the cave is dark.
Okay. Can I look into the cave itself and see if there's any tripwires or anything along the sorts to see if it's designed if somebody hits something that the top can come down?
Sure. What's your percentile for that? What level thief are you?
I am a level 5 thief.
Level 5 thief, checking for traps.
Just be careful it doesn't stare back.
That's,
And you're drow, right? So
I'm a drow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll this for you so we can.
Perfect.
So there will always be that question. What is your percentile for that? There we go. Class skills.
30.
Never mind. I found it.
Yep.
Check for traps. 5th level, 30%. Where are you, other die? There you are. You do not see any traps. What you do see while you go in there, it's an oblong space. It is like a natural cave, like a cavern, that goes back like 40 or 50 feet, and then you see a passageway going off of it. Some of the walls are have painting, like cave paintings in them. They're hieroglyphs of some sort.
Okay.
You're the only one doing this right now?
Well, I was going to look in there, and then I was going to report to, I believe it was Dagmar that was going to go in and look, but I wanted to check before anybody else got skewered. So I will go up to the rest of the party and say, I don't notice a trap. There's some interesting hieroglyphs on the walls, something I don't really understand. Maybe someone with a little bit more intelligence or wisdom might be able to figure it out, but I'll leave it at that.
This is where, against my better judgment, I am going to try to apply some of my lore knowledge. Yeah. And see if any of this makes sense to us.
Okay, so Woodward, you go down with your torch and start looking around at the hieroglyphs, and you don't even need to make a lore roll. You've seen these hieroglyphs before.
Oh, good.
You saw them in town when
Oh.
you had gone into that cave after the missing children. You know, the same hieroglyphs that you had found in there, and they run all the way on both walls, about humanoid height, all the way back into a passageway.
Good news, everybody. It's familiar to us. All right.
Would it be something that I've seen before?
You have not.
Okay. So you said these are familiar. Familiar with what? I've never seen
I
these
think-
before.
Well, I think we've seen this when we were trying to hunt down some missing children, which isn't sinister at all. But I think these are very friendly hieroglyphs. Venvet can tell us all sorts of amazing things. Yeah. Maybe.
So, from what I'm understanding, missing children is good.
I wouldn't say. I think good is probably overstating it, but it
Generally,
means
no.
Well, that's what I thought. I figured maybe they just don't appreciate children like the Drow do. That's why it's a question.
Yeah. I mean, they're not necessarily great with kids, but that's hardly a deal breaker. Let's see. So, all right, I peer at the hieroglyphs to just see if they seem very talky or if it's just something.
Very talky.
Like, are we trying to convey a lot of information here, or just head down this way, dumbass?
What languages do you speak, or
Let's
do you
see.
read?
Let's see. At last, I am just common and let's see. Yeah, that's like common's my only one that I think I've got. Well, let me double check. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah.
All right.
But I
Well,
speak well.
I'll tell you what. Because you have seen these ruins before, I'm not saying you can understand what they say, but you can make a lore roll.
Sweet. One.
Okay. So you see one rune or hieroglyph that seems to be repeated. It's not necessarily in a repeated pattern, but it is that particular symbol is repeated often enough in different contexts. And it is a symbol that you had seen in the cavern beneath where the mercenaries were digging.
All right. Let's see. Right before we run into something dangerous, or right before we run into lots of treasure?
Well, there was treasure in there. There was also, if you recall, there was a synergy monster.
Giant spiders.
Well, I mean, we're much better now than we were when we first met that, so I guess this must mean, maybe it means low level monsters. Only one way to find out, I suppose. We should probably just go forward and keep checking this out. I'll take the middle.
Okay. So you want to keep going down?
Yeah.
Is this what the group wants to do?
I mean, it's like that's my recommendation, but it's like if everyone else is okay with it, I think we should investigate. We're here.
Okay. That's the case, and I will go up ahead and scout, check for traps.
Rather than just leave this behind us.
That's fair.
Well, I will say, as a lawful dwarf who actually cared about what happened to those children and made damn sure that the clerics of Saint Cuthbert purged the other cave. These
Right.
are the same people.
Right.
Then I'm going to keep going forward then, and I'm going to search as I go. I will let you roll a percentile.
All right. So you go down the passage maybe 25 feet, and it curves. It's not a real passage. It's not worked or anything. It's a cavern, right? So you're
Yeah.
like in a drippy cave, and you come to basically a T intersection, going to the left and to the right. With your drow vision, you could see that both passageways, after about 20 feet, curve back upward. Well, not upward, but around corners. The passageway to the right, you start to see the beginnings of a field of stalactites and stalagmites.
Okay, and the other side just curves off.
It curves off, and you could tell that there's like well, you can't tell. The dwarf, though, can tell that there's a grade going down.
What do you guys think? Do you want to go towards the stalactites? Go the other way?
Also, you can hear like coming off from the right hand side, far
Yep.
away. You can hear running water, like the echo of running water, but it sounds distant, but it's definitely like running water.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
Me too.
I hate you for this. So I have to see what's in there, because if there's running water, first and foremost, I got to go to the bathroom. Secondly, what could be in this area? So if the party's okay, I'll keep going unless you guys want me to turn around. And I'm
I'm
asking
letting
the
you
entire
guys
party.
make the decisions this time.
Oh, so you're going to hell in the handbasket. Got it.
I'll follow
Hold
at a
on.
distance, but I'm going to keep checking the walls and paying attention to the construction and just kind of keeping my senses open. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm getting my
The
bagpipes
opposite.
ready.
There's the opposite of construction here. This is all natural.
Okay.
But you can tell that going to the left, there's a grade. If you were to take a super ball and pop it down there, it would start rolling.
Okay. I'll point out that continues to go deeper.
Do you want to go to the water, or you want to go deeper?
I'm inclined to say the water, but let's look sharp, people.
Well, the water would probably be a dead end. So we might, if we can check it out and just check it
Yeah.
off the list. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
Go take a peek.
Okay. So what order are you guys here?
So the person who dies is going first.
That's you.
That's me.
All right. So the order that I had you guys in last time, I asked for your order was Bat, Dag, Sarg, Squid, Sill, and Timp.
Yeah, Timp's got the bow and arrow ready. I assume to, provide long range. I've got the sword and bagpipe. Yeah.
Sword and bagpipe.
That well,
Sword and bag.
what it really is that we have our thief up front. We have Dagmark, who knows underground areas pretty well. Squitter
Yeah.
is in the middle, so whoever's in the back can watch you
Mm-hmm.
after what you pulled in Echo Cave.
Now,
What did he do?
Whoa, what did he do?
What did he do?
It was a tiff over a cowbell.
That killed 2 party members. Well, 1 party
they
member.
were all. Yep. And I have more than apologized for that one.
That's all right. Still keeping an eye on you.
Fair
So,
enough.
wait a second. Just question. So you mean to tell me if I just stab you and say I'm sorry, it's all good?
We'll find out.
He
No.
didn't know that it was going to cause a
Ah.
cave-in, to be fair.
But
But it was a really bad place to get into an argument over a cowbell that he hasn't even so much as looked at since.
He probably didn't even write it on his inventory.
Oh, that's right. I do have a cowbell.
Way to go, buddy.
I'm not gonna let it go right now because I've learned that big noises in subterranean caves can have consequences. But now
Oh, I
we
didn't
know.
say let it go. I said way to go.
Mhm. Yes. Well, anyway, now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Well, let's
All
think about all the battles. All right, anyway, to the water.
So
All right.
So yeah, that the order that is fine minus Sargolg works for me.
Okay, so Baltana, I'll let you roll for the party since you're in front. Just roll
Okay.
a d6.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you turn the corner. It's not really a corner, but you come around, and the passageway widens as it becomes littered with stalactites and stalagmites, making movement slow because you have to kind of wiggle around them.
Yep.
But you see on the walls and the ceiling these insects, big insects, giant cave locusts with their antenna twitching, brown. They almost blend in, but you turn around, you come around and see that, and they also see you. You have you have initiative. You guys have initiative.
Yay.
There are 10 of them.
Okay. Let's see. Do you guys want me to go first? So here's the thing is that I'm going to attempt. How far away are they from me?
They are. So you turn this corner, right? And you see, I'm assuming you haven't gone into this area. You're just
Correct.
kind of like looking because you see. So they're in this area all over the place. They're like, just littered all over the walls.
And
You
how
can
many
see
of
them
them?
scurrying. There's 10 of them. You can see them scurrying, antennas twitching. One of them hops from the ceiling and sticks to the wall.
Do they seem to notice me?
No, yeah. You both have noticed each other. You have initiative.
Okay. Well. Shit.
Not a barbarian.
I know. I know.
Oh,
Actually,
we can start something, or we can leave it be.
I am going to be a coward and back up.
I
Because if it's around the corner, am I the only one that they see? Or do they see the rest of the party?
So far, you are the only one who has seen anything. But in doing so, I mean, they know you're there.
Yes. No, I get this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back up and I'm going to let the rest of the party know that there's things, bugs that are in the next room over, but there's stalactites.
Locusts.
They look like they're perfect to be cooked on the fire. The biggest problem is that there's stalactites and stuff all over the ground. So, as far as now, when I looked at the room, could I have moved around the room freely, or would I be?
Oh
blocked?
no! Your movement is halved in this room.
Yeah. So I'm just going to tell the party. I think we're better off fighting them in the hallway if they come after us, than we are trying to go into a room that we're going to get smushed in. I'll leave it up to you, but I'm backing up.
I'm prone to suggest discretion is the better part of of dining today, and we'll just keep ourselves at the ready, and let's go check out the other zone. Then it's like if it's just locusts, and look, we have plenty of rations. We don't need a meal right now, so we can just go see what else happens if we go a little deeper. I'm not crazy about much deeper, but let's see what we've got a little deeper, shall we?
I mean,
Back
I
the
don't
other
know.
way.
Cave locust pretty good over rice.
I don't want to be fighting in the middle of a bunch of stalactites. That's how bards get stabbed by swans. Yeah.
All right, so we've got 2 votes for deeper.
When you say deeper, you mean back the other way deeper?
Back the other way deeper, yeah.
Yeah, way deeper.
That's fine with me. If we ain't got to kill it, we don't kill it.
All right, that's
Don't start
3.
none, don't get none.
Dagmark, what say you?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, doesn't matter what I think, so back the other way.
Well,
Okay.
let's see what
So-
they do.
But we value your opinion.
All right. Well, two of them actually come around the corner, and so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of you. So roll a d10. All right. So Baltana and Dagmark are going to be targeted for this, as 2 of them spit out like some sort of gooey goop, targeting you. So your armor class is 5, right, Jay?
Actually, it went down 1 after the level.
Oh. Well, la-ti-da. It's 4?
No, it is 4 right now, correct.
All right. So. Okay, can you please make a save versus poison?
Save versus poison. Give me a sec. Poison. So
you're trying to get above that number on the d20.
Okay, so I rolled an 18 and my poison is 12, so I made it.
Yeah, you made it. Yeah, so it just like hits your armor and starts dripping off. It smells very bad, but there's no ill effect. It didn't get through. Or it didn't, it just didn't affect you. What is your Dagmark? What's your armor class? Is it 0?
4.
Oh,
Chain and shield.
okay. That actually just flies over your head. Wasn't used to aiming for dwarf, I guess.
It's his charisma. His charisma made it go no.
It hit the
I
bagpipe.
don't think anybody in this party is gonna like.
No,
have
we don't.
any- Well, maybe the bard.
He's only got 1 more.
All right, so these 2 come around the corner and hawk some loogies at you as you start going up the other passage, but they don't follow you.
Gross.
Okay, so they don't follow us. They just hawk a loogie and stay there.
Yes.
Okay.
Then move it back.
All right. So the other passageway winds down. And it, after about 25, 30 feet, it starts to level off. And you can see that it, down the hall or passage, it starts to be flooded.
Really?
In a good way or a bad way?
I mean,
Is there a good way to flood something?
I mean, it's like, there could be ways for us to still traverse it, if we're quick about it.
no.
Okay, is it slowly flooding or is it kind of
racial?
level?
Those are racial modifiers. I need racial. So two of you have a chance here of seeing something. That's probably saying too much.
We didn't hear anything.
I just need. There is still a lot of tables. Here we go. Class skills. So level 5 thief for. Let's climb TR.
Find a secret door.
Yeah. What's your find secret door?
2 and 6.
Okay. Oh, it's just normal. Okay. And then the dwarf. Well, everyone can do that. Oh. It would be Dagmark, the dwarf.
To do what? What I do?
You notice that as the passageway curves around, there's this whole place has been like natural cavern, right? There's a section on the south wall that looks like it has been cleverly disguised to be natural, but it is actually humanoid made materials.
Ooh.
There's something here. I'll point to the secret door, hidden door.
All right. Is it locked?
No, it's just secret.
But is it safe?
Let's take a peek at it. Can I
It's
check?
nothing's safe.
No, Joe, keep it secret. Keep it safe.
I know, but nothing's safe. Absolutely nothing is safe. All right. You do not find that it is trapped.
Okay. Then let's see if we can pop this puppy. Let's open her up.
All right. So it opens fairly easily, and you're greeted by a moldering smell. Something that smells. It's dry. First of all, it's dry, and this whole place is damp as fuck. Right? Because you're like, there's water. It's just damp and moldy, and there's crickets. There's moisture here. But this is like, it's dry. You're like a waft of dry air that reeks faintly of old comes out at you. You could see down this obviously tooled passageway that is covered with these hieroglyphs. And that one hieroglyph is repeated over and over. On either side of the passageway, there are burial nooks with, crumbling sarcophagi in them, standing across from each other.
What could possibly go wrong with opening up a sarcophagus?
And then you could see at the end of this tunnel or this passageway, you can see like a faint glowing light, and maybe pick out what looks to be some sort of bigger sarcophagi. Maybe it might be an altar of some sort. It's stone and it's long and it's flat and it's centered in the room that this opens up into.
Well, gang, you know what tombs mean.
Yep. So why don't we? Well, I'm definitely curious. I want to see what's going on. So
How many regular-sized sarcophagi are there in this room?
it said two.
2, 4, 6. No, I did not.
Oh.
I said there are 8 niches.
Oh,
Oh,
All right, you guys want to fan out and each check a sarcophagus?
is that really our best idea available to us?
Perhaps we should take one at a time.
It's old school. Everything's a bad idea.
Good point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I've got the torch.
I can go ahead and I could check one and see what happens. Here's the other
Yeah.
thing: is if they're all have creatures in them, I'd rather have us all close together. But if I open one and it's nothing in there, then I feel a lot more comfortable. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, let's do one. That's
All right,
sounds good.
group together and do them one at a time.
Especially with our swordsmanship.
Let's do this by the numbers.
Okay.
Confidence,
Sure.
people, confidence.
I'm confident that I want to stay alive.
I'm practical. I know how we fight.
Yes, but we have
I'm
accomplished a
confident.
lot for our shortcomings.
Okay. So there are 2 rows of them, 4 on each wall. Which one are you going to fuck with?
Left.
I mean, so
Hey, can I make a
My-
long roll on this
my
one
left,
before-
my left or your left?
My left.
Well,
As we're
okay,
coming in
so
the door,
on the left. Gotcha. And
Hold on.
first
pause,
one,
pause.
the first one on the left.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's heavy, but it's been there so long that the seal is crumbling, and it's easy to actually lift off of there. Inside, there's like the dried out remains of some guy. It's hard to tell, even if it was a guy, a girl, or what. It's like just, it looks like beef jerky.
Rumbra!
He's teriyaki flavored.
All right, I do a lore roll to see if I can spot anything that looks like it's identifying who or what this was.
Okay.
I got 2.
So nothing specific. This is older than any of the people that are around here. But, there's always tales of ancient civilizations that existed before the coming of the current peoples. And the unspeakable things that they did.
It's always the unspeakable stuff.
Okay.
As a bard, it is my duty to tell you that this is something that we can probably address. And that it's been a long time since anyone has probably had to deal with something quite like this, so we're really in a great position to become people of legends if this works out well, if you wish to continue.
What are you saying? This belongs in a museum?
Not all of it. So,
All right. Swap sides or continue down the left?
We can continue down the left if you want.
Okay. Anything
right.
in this sarcophagus other than a body?
That is a good question. Let me check.
Check for a false bottom, which is not to be confused with a soggy bottom.
Well, I mean, this dude could be like buried with some rings and stuff on.
Try not to disturb anything that looks like, a seal, a ward, something tethering them to the
Oh, nice.
sarcophagus.
What, like that piece of paper on their forehead?
Yeah, kind of.
If there was paper on their forehead, it has long since rotted away. It looks like this guy was buried with a sword, rusted, pocked, pitted.
Alright. Well, we can either disturb that or get it out of reach from them in case something untoward happens, or we can, we can proceed uncautiously. Which would you prefer?
Sounds like a lovely way to disturb and possibly cause the dead to rise if they were going to do so.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't take the dead stuff, man.
Okay, we just
Well,
know
unless
it's fair.
unless we know it's valuable. That's the only time the risk is acceptable.
Yep.
Well, it's like you don't build a sarcophagus like this for nobody. So let's just take a note that this may be someone who's good at fighting. If he, she, or it just suddenly pops back up. So that's a fighter. Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
All right.
Pop the door.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, not cookie cutter, but it's very similar.
Okay.
So hold on. I didn't mean to. I'm not keeping that roll. You're probably lucky. All right. So this one you can make out that a bit of the cloth hadn't rotted away yet, and you can see the faded and rotten remains of that hieroglyph that you keep on seeing repeated.
What have we figured out what language this is, or is it just beyond?
It's beyond.
But it's really, really old.
It is very old.
Sorry, gang, I didn't prepare read languages.
Is there any way that you can?
Oh, we're gonna
Take a
camp here,
picture?
and he's gonna.
Again, it's like
Yeah,
is this angry?
Hold on,
Is
let me
this
take
thing-
an 8-hour nap, and I'll read it to you.
I'm just saying, like, is this angrily written or warningly written or pleasantly written? Like, hello, it's like, welcome to my house of murder or something like that. Just let us know.
I don't think you have the capability of reading intent of scribes that lived, thousands of years ago.
All right,
It's worth a try.
so
Tens of thousands of years ago.
so it's marked
But
with
it
the
would never stop
hieroglyph.
them from trying.
That's true.
Well, was it a wordy squid?
So it's marked with this hieroglyph that we've seen repeated. I'm sure we've all noticed this by now.
Yes.
Dressed
Yeah,
in
try to-
cloth. Anything else going on in this sarcophagus?
How easy is this hieroglyph to recreate just out of this glyph to draw? I mean, it's like, can we redraw it ourselves? Like, scratch.
You
scratch,
probably could if you had a little bit of time to study it a little bit. You'd probably be able to recreate it. It might be one of those things where you have to do the strokes in the proper order. It doesn't count.
I am willing to try and write down a crude facsimile just in case.
Okay, so all right, so you start doing that. That's fine.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
safe and sound.
If
Maybe
he's going to continue, we can open more,
Mhm.
or do you just want to go to the big one? Because if the other ones, we've opened 2 so far, and they look in the same shape.
Well, there's two possibilities, right? That if, and this is just a big supposition, if a big sarcophagus is filled with something important and friendly, he, she, or it will probably be happy to see that we've opened the sarcophagus of all their friends. Or else they will enjoy confronting the guardians who are supposed to keep him, she, or it into that coffin if in case it accidentally wakes up, right? That's how it works. Surely that's the stuff of legends. Is there another option?
No, I think here's the thing.
Because I'm assuming they'll just eventually come back up away because we aren't doing this right. But we're already here. We might as well see it through. See it through.
Okay. Well, if you want to do the rest, we can do the rest as we go.
All right.
Never
left-hand side.
glass in.
So
Okay.
nothing else in this second one.
No.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to go to the third one on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pop the locks, open it up, take a peek.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not locked. You're really just pushing off the lid.
Not fair enough.
Amuse us that we feel like we're carefully taking knocks off, not just.
I mean, if you're carefully removing the lid, you can carefully remove the lid. But it does take a little bit of effort. I mean, it's just like old, semi-crumbly stone. You do it, and dust pops up, billows out. There's a lot of coughing. You have like your kerchiefs over your noses as you're doing
Let me
this.
rephrase this more carefully. I am trying to encourage us all to pop the locks off of these sarcophagi without making noises that attract anyone else.
There's
here.
absolutely no way to do this without making noise.
Yeah, it's stone grinding on stone.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but we still don't have to be a bard opera kind of knocking stone all over to it.
The only one trying to do that is you.
Stop
I
leaning
know,
on
I-
your bagpipes.
The bard.
If we only had a cowbell to help us motivate us to open these faster. Just saying.
Don't give me an idea.
All right. So the third one reveals yet another.
Okay.
All right.
Beef
What's it armed
jerky-ish
with? If
corpse.
it's armed with anything.
It's an old axe.
Okay, axe, sword. Okay, good. We're making progress.
And I think if the third one's like that. So the fourth one is still on the left-hand side. The one in the middle is separate, correct? I just want to make
The
sure.
one in the middle's in another room. These are all in a hallway.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha. Okay.
Right. As you reach the last one on that side, you see like smack dab, like in the center of this passageway of this hall is what at one point may have been a very cleverly disguised pressure plate. But now it's you could see where the weeds and mold have like grown between the seam. Part of it is cracked, and looking up from where this is, you can see on either side of the wall there are slits that go from basically the ceiling to the floor on either side of this pressure plate.
I'm going to point that out. And is that something that I can disable? Or is this something we just avoid?
That's up to you. I mean, you definitely have the tools to disable it if you want to.
I think with our luck, I'm going to attempt to disable it.
Go for it.
Okay.
What would you like me to roll? Let me see if I can. Oh, disable treasure trap? Is it a treasure?
Yeah. They make it's really technically not a treasure trap, but it would be your 30%.
You want to roll it or do you want me to roll it?
You can roll it. This is like definitely a.
So I rolled a 59.
Yeah. So you don't think that. All right. So what happens is you start to try and wedge something in the seam.
Yep.
You hit it, and like you feel the wind above your head, and the rest of you see two blades shoot out from either side and whoosh, up right above his head, maybe cutting into his conical straw hat a little bit.
Not the hat. Oh, man. So I guess I'm not going to do that again.
No, you get one chance.
Yep.
I think the other option, I think that Dagmark can attempt it as well.
Don't let the bard attempt it.
No, I think he can do it because he's a dwarf.
Yep.
What do I need to roll?
Stone.
You might not be able to do it because you are a cleric, though. That might be one of those.
I can try to find room traps. That's something I can do.
Yeah, you can disable them, right?
Oh, no.
No, then you are.
You can say useless. That's fine.
No.
Take
No, I'll tell you. No, you have a 2 in 6 chance of disabling it. I mean, go ahead. You have a 2 in 6 chance
Okay.
of being able to.
If it goes off, I'll suck it up. I can heal myself. You know.
I'll give you my straw hat.
6.
Well,
no,
he's-
I failed.
Yeah. So, and again, the blades, they're just above your head, though. They're like, so you're leaning down and like trying to wedge something on this pressure plate, right? And the two blades swing out above it. You're a dwarf. It doesn't even hit your head. Had somebody been standing and got on that, they would have been chopped.
Nasty.
But you can all try to avoid stepping on this pressure plate if you wish.
I think that's our only option right now. So yeah, I mean, I'm game.
Mhm.
Okay. There is enough room, and is anybody's decks like really abysmal?
No, not on my case.
Okay.
Nobody has like single digit decks.
Hope not.
Below average. Yeah, you're all like average or above dexterity wise. So it's not fun because you know what happens if you fuck up. But you manage to make your way around where this plate is and into this large room. Um, there's 3 features of this room. There are 2 statues, maybe 5 feet from the wall that you just came in through, on either side of the entrance, of like this magnificent humanish looking guy. It does not look like a race that any of you are familiar with.
Right.
And then there is the large sarcophagus, which you see is a sarcophagus.
Okay,
This
so
one must be the boss.
So crazy question. I was thinking about trying to detect magic on this big sarcophagus to see if it's magical in nature, or do you think that's a waste of time?
It's your spell slots.
Can't hurt.
So what I'm going to do is, can I cast detect magic on whatever's inside the?
Ow.
That's true because I can't see it.
Well, no, I mean, how do you have detect magic? Is that like
Drow.
a drow thing? All right.
Yeah, it's drow once a day.
Once a day?
Yep.
All right. Yes. You start to make passes in the air. What's the range of it?
I'm looking right now.
It's probably the same as the spell.
I believe so, but I'm trying. Once per day, 4th level. At 4th level. Darkness
Right.
once per day. Oh no, that's for darkness. Detect magic as per once a day as a cleric spell.
All right. It is a 60-foot radius. So where are you in this room? The room is 30 feet by 30 feet square. And the sarcophagus is all the way at the end.
Then I'm going to be going closer to it. So I'm going to be probably. I'm probably going to be, say, 10 feet away from the sarcophagus.
All right. So you're 10
Not
feet
on
away
top,
from
but
this.
close enough.
All right.
Sorry.
So you start to cast your detect magic, which doesn't say how. All right. You see that there's a faint glow around the sarcophagus, and as that glow, um, as you see that glow, somebody roll a d6.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
3.
All right. I rolled a 1. This is for surprise. So you are surprised as the lid blows off and Nosferatu style, this enrobed corpse just sits up straight without bending any part of its body. Smiles and says a word in an unknown language, and you all feel like something flow through you.
Joy? I will take joy.
And that was its action. That was its surprise round. It cast some sort of spell on all of you. I need everyone to save versus spells.
Okay, I rolled a 17.
So it's the last one.
Failed.
Okay,
Rolled
so
a 4.
I made it.
All right, so Balt made it. Dag failed.
16.
How about Squitter? Did you make it?
I got a 16. So I think
What
that's
is your?
yeah.
That's a yes.
That's a yes.
So Rick,
Missed it by 1.
okay, and Timpani. And Timpani.
Uh-oh. Oh dear.
And Timpani. All right. Well, we'll come back to that. All right. So those of you who have failed have been blighted.
Oh, blight us.
Which is the opposite of bless.
Oh.
So you will be taking. There we go. You will have a -1 penalty to your morale checks, which doesn't mean anything. That kind of sucks. I thought it'd be cooler.
Yeah.
The opposite
Yeah,
of
you're gonna have. Yeah,
It's
you're
not
gonna have
strong.
-1 to. You're gonna have -1 to attack
yeah,
and damage.
yeah, incurs -1 to morale, attack rolls, and damage.
Attack and damage. All right. Yeah, -1 to attack and damage rolls. If you missed, if you made it, you're fine.
Great.
All right, now somebody roll.
Ooh, rolling.
You are making a save versus spells.
Say versus what spells?
Yep.
Just a second.
Yes, you,
That's a 20.
that definitely makes it. All right.
Sweet.
So one of you roll a d6 to see who goes first.
4.
I rolled a 6.
Ah.
So you hear him say, Mocklin. And you hear behind you the sarcophagi that you hadn't defiled, their contents spill out, and quickly looking back, you see these corpses spill out, and from deep within each of them, these things, snake-like things, curl out with the head of the thing that was buried there, and they start to you know how like in cartoons they have snakes always are reared up?
Yeah.
That's what these are like. They're not slithering on the ground, but they're like coming in 2 at a time. All right.
And also at him.
Okay. Yeah, and they also have, none of them are carrying the weapons that were in there, but there are 2 arms that have tipped-in claws.
Ugh.
Okay, so it's your turn.
Well then,
If you are trying to attack Third Chai, that would be the guy's name.
Wait, why did we pick up his name?
You didn't, but I just thought it was cool, so get to know who he is. You are trying to hit armor class 4.
what I want to attempt to do is, can I move up close to him? He's still in the sarcophagus, correct?
Oh no, he's up.
He's up.
Yeah, he's up and out, and now he's, with the tall hat and the robes, and he's got lacquered fingers. And
So there's no way. This is out of character in my ignorance. There's no way that I could position myself this round to attempt to hide from him.
you can always try to do that. And there's
Okay.
two big statues of
So-
him flanking either side.
So I'm going to attempt to move up and hide behind one of the statues. Then, in attempt. So next round I can attempt to backstab.
Okay, so you will roll your.
It's a D6, correct? I think it is. I rolled a 3. And my hide is. Hide is 30%.
So
What's
you
your
actually want to
percentile?
roll percentile.
So that would be. I rolled a 20. I rolled a 20.
Yeah. So you duck behind one of the statues, and finger your short sword, or your bow, or whatever you're fingering.
Yeah, my short sword.
All right. Who's going next? As the thief slips into the shadows.
This is a long shot, but I'm going to hold up the glyph that I was working on and see if it actually causes a reaction in him, just so that we can try it and probably move back real fast.
There's no reaction. He's also carrying a mace, which to you, Baltana, is what was causing that glow.
I'll let the party know after the fact.
All right. Okay, so I've got two of you have gone. Baltana slips into behind the statue, and Dagmar, or Squiddard boldly brandishes his hastily drawn hieroglyph, which you now know out of game is the symbol for third chai.
Right.
Who's next?
I'll step up and swing on this guy.
All right. You're trying to hit armor class 4.
I hit.
Okay. Excellent. So you are going to roll your damage.
2 points of damage.
Right. Yeah, his eyes like kind of dim a little, but there's no blood. He's undead.
Yeah.
There's
you know.
there's dust. Okay, so we still have Timpani and Silric. Oh, Dagmar, when you hit, you did -1 for your.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally I'm at +1. I'm just not adding it to anything.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, I was looking for the table for the hit thing, but I'll go.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I didn't find said table. I was just looking for.
So your Thaco for being what, a level
4, so it's like 17
4
plus 2, I think. Yeah, plus 2.
I just have monsters here.
Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Ranger.
Level 4 is 17.
Okay.
So you are actually trying to beat a 13.
Give her a go. That is a no. That is an 8.
Yeah, that misses. And then finally there is Sargon.
Zargog's not here.
I'm sorry, Silric. My fault.
I am going to take this round to douse my two-handed sword in brandy and light it on Squitter's torch
Okay.
so that I have a flaming brand for next time.
Okay. Somebody roll a d6 for the next round's initiative.
5.
I rolled a 3. All right, so we'll just go in the same order that we
Someone
happened to
wants
go
to
in
try to
before.
turn the undead. I'm not going to object.
Yeah, so you would go first. Yeah, so now Third Chai is engaged with both Timpani and Dagmar.
Okay, so let's say hello to my little friend. So I get +4 to hit, and rolled a 15, so that would be 19 to hit.
No, that's not how that works.
No, actually,
How do you have +4 to hit? Okay, so you're
Backstab.
Thaco. Oh, all right, right.
Sneak attack.
Right.
Backstab.
My fault.
Yep.
So you got a 19. That'll hit.
So with my short sword, it'll be 1d6. So that would be 8 points of damage.
Right.
Or unless I rolled the 6 twice, I just doubled the 4.
Yeah, it's double damage.
Okay, so 8. And that's all I can do this round.
All right. All right. He lets out a dry heaving scream. I think Squidward went next.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So, I am going to try. That's like, and this is a long shot, but I am going to try to fascinate the other creatures that are approaching us, because are they undead or are they magical?
Let's not work on the undead.
All right, and then we established they're undead. It's like, all right. No, never mind. It's like, okay, fine. I take a swing at the Nosferatu guy here.
Okay. All right. So you are trying to hit armor class 4.
Well, I got a 20, so it's like
That will hit.
that will hit. All right. Oop. Come on. Big money. That's 6. Die! It's like, we could have been friends, but no, you had to just start off with the blood draining, fighting stuff here, pal.
All right.
I will send you back to hell.
Next is, I guess Dagmar went next.
I'll swing again.
Okay.
That would be a miss.
All right. And then
That is 16. I believe that hits.
I hope it hits.
Yeah,
Or
you're 17.
6.
17 is your VACO, right?
Yeah.
And you're hitting armor class 4, so you need to beat a 13. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that hits.
That's 6 points of damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is my fault. All right, and then finally it is Silric's turn.
All right. Where are the little things coming in? Are they in the room with us now, or?
No, that's their next. They haven't made their moves yet.
Okay. And there's a doorway.
Well, there's a passageway. I wouldn't say it's a door.
Okay. I will cast web into the passageway.
Okay.
10-foot cube of stickiness.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. So, the first thing that's going to happen is Third Chai is going to attempt to hit Dagmar with his hand. He reaches out his hand and he mutters something. What's your armor class?
4.
4. And he hits you as you feel just pain as he casts Cause Light Wounds on you. You feel unclean. You're taking 7
Ow.
points of damage because of it.
Holy smokes.
Indeed.
I rolled a 6. Now, 10-foot cube going out. A couple of them are in there. All right. So you hear? Did you hear it? You hear? Yeah, you would hear this. Something snap on either side of that door. I think you broke the trap mechanism. So the weight of the webs on that pressure plate
Mm-hmm.
activated the trap, but the blades, having nowhere to go, just kind of tried to go, and it just so fucking old, it just snapped.
That's good.
So that works on our side, I suppose, but
All right. Somebody roll a d6.
got it. Oh, 5.
Roll again. I rolled a 5 as well.
Big money, big money, big money. Oh. 3.
I rolled a 5.
Rude.
So Thunder Chai is going to follow up on his Cause Light Wounds by trying to smack you upside the head with his mace.
Who, me?
Yes, but he misses. Wait, does he miss? Yes, he misses. Now it is your turn.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, since I can't, I guess I'm going to attempt to hit him straight up.
Okay. Okay.
And nope, I missed.
Ah,
Yeah, I know.
Twitter.
okay. Then.
What are you doing? Squidward.
Squitter.
I am going to swing at him. Oh, and that was a 3. That's a miss.
And so it begins.
All right. Yes, and if this were a Roy Thomas penned comic book at this point, Third Child would say, now it's time for me to get my innings in.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Well, if it was an Avengers comic written by Roy Thomas,
Not again.
Hawkeye would have said that. All right. Next is and if you guys want to go out of this order, it's fine. I'm just going in the order that you started with. Dagmar.
Am I getting
What?
Am I getting the feeling that this guy's undead?
He's definitely undead.
No God, I would hope you got the feeling he was undead.
Okay, then I'm sick of
He's
him.
just-
I'm gonna try and turn him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just been chilling in the stone coffin for a little while here, but he's totally alive. He's not undead would be terrible.
Yeah, he's just taking a nap.
Yeah. I was just here, guys.
Okay.
Hey, we can have goths in here.
So I would turn anything up to 4 hit dice.
Okay, so that is not going to happen.
Oh wow,
So you
he's
need to
greater
roll-
than he's greater than a 4 hit die creature, huh?
Yes, you need to roll
Like
2 d6 and you need to beat a 9.
oh well, that's what I'm saying. I got a 7, so I would have turned up to 3 hit die, but I wouldn't have turned 4.
No,
Oh,
but
no.
he is 5 hit die.
Oh well, then
So
I
you
didn't
need
even
to
get
roll.
close.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't.
need to roll a 9.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he
I
grabs
would have
your,
turned.
your
I'm sorry,
cross-
I was looking on the wrong one. I would have turned a 4 hit die creature, but I wouldn't have turned him.
Right. He grabs your cross and says you have to have faith.
I don't have a cross. It's an anvil.
I know. So this is all for Neko's amusement.
Dude, why did you say that song? It's going to be stuck in my head all night.
What? Has nothing to do with any song. Okay. Next would be, speaking of Neko, Tiffany.
This is
That is 19.
That hits.
1. No, 2. Just plus 1. Pink.
The mighty hammer. So you did one? Oh, you did 2, right?
I did 2 damage, yeah.
All right. And then finally, Silric.
All right. Yep. Alcohol soaked 2-hander into the undead guy.
All right.
And we're talking
Armor
4,
class
correct?
4. And
All
remember,
right.
you have -1.
Yep. That makes this is just a straight roll. Ah. All right. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. That was a 1.
No.
Lighters to the ground.
No, but your alcohol soaked sword goes skittering.
Alcohol isn't here tonight.
It goes skittering across the flagstones, and Peter's out. Is no longer
Lovely.
in flames. All right. Somebody roll a d6.
1.
6. Oh, what?
I heard 6.
I got it. I had a 6, so it's like, it's like you guys
I
want to.
ain't hear anything but 6. Whatever.
Neko did say
I did. I said 1.
1 before anybody else did anything. So
I'm trying to
going with
speed this alone. I got a bedtime.
It's
Then I
probably almost over. It's probably almost over. Okay.
For me,
So that's only because he's taking a swing at you. And miss. Oh, no, that is a hit
swing at who?
Swing.
at Dagmark. And that's
Hey,
5
you don't like Dag.
Well, I mean, he's kind of like in fighting with Dag at this point.
He does
You
not
can
have
get
to
him
fight
from
him.
all
He does
sides
not
at this
fight.
point.
That's who he was swinging at. So, when you start fighting somebody, you don't just like, if they're not down, you just like switch up.
In our defense, he started it.
That is true.
We were
All right.
plundering his drawers, I think.
But now it is your turn.
Sweet.
So,
I'm gonna skewer the puppy, or attempt to.
Okay.
And I rolled that is a hit.
all right. Roll your damage.
2.
You're not going to take this guy with 2.
No.
All right. Woodard. All right, we'll just go to the next Dagmar.
I'm going to swing at him again.
All right.
Damn, 18. That's a hit.
Roll your damage.
Huzzah.
Five points of damage.
Praise
Goes down.
Moradin. Hammer!
Hammer time.
He goes down in a collapse of bones barely being connected by rotting tissue.
Sweet.
Loot
A
his
cloud
ass.
of dust like poofs out around him.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have at this point you have the defeated undead cleric, and then you have a web plug.
That
blocking
sounds
the
indecent.
passageway. We
Sounds
could
very
leave it.
indecent.
We could leave it there and pick this up. Pick this up next week, so people can go to bed.
I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on myself.
Sounds like a
Okay.
lovely plan considering what you just been through.
Okay. Can work with this.
All right.
4 hit points.
Cool. That was great. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Everyone, thank you. Thanks for playing. Thanks for listening. And take it away, Squiddard.
Say good night,
I thought you-
Squitter.
I thought you were
Good
gonna
night,
bagpipe
Squitter.
us, too.
Good night, Squitter.